long as I got my drink, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, how you doing? This is Bobby Boden. I'm from Long Island, New York. My Instagram profile is RMB underscore 992. I'm a Jackson Wing fighter. I'm gonna be fighting tomorrow at Route 66, Line 554. Come on down. You're gonna see a show. You're gonna see some elbows, some punches, some knockouts. Hopefully. Yeah. Can you ask me? Can you ask me a question or something? I don't know what to do after that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because after I say that, I'm like, what do I talk about?
So tell us a little bit about your history in fighting and how you started fighting originally in New York.
I really like martial arts as a youngin. I always used to watch martial art movies and stuff. And my uncle, he put me in karate when I was young. And I got really good at that. Then I wrestled. And then I did kickboxing. And then I did Muay Thai. It was just a natural progression. And then I liked the training back home, but it just wasn't enough. And then I heard about Jackson and Wink and how they had John Jones, they had Holly Holmes, all the top fighters there, Carlos Khan did. And it was just a no-brainer. I was just like, I want to move, you know. I was tired of living in Long Island, New York. I was born and raised there. I kind of wanted to venture out and see something different. And it was just a good opportunity. We have so many athletes there, so I get a lot of different looks with sparring, and we have a lot of coaches. This is the first place too I've been learning like traditional Muay Thai. Due to Coach Alex. Coach Alex, he's one of the Muay Thai coaches we have, one of the striking coaches we have at Jackson's. He's been training in Thailand for a long time, and he's brought like a lot of secrets. And I've been picking his brain every day. So I really like training with him. Also too, they have some of the best physical therapists upstairs at Dr. Bo's practice. Gregory, was it Donato? I think, yeah, Gregory.
Di Donato.
Yeah, Gregory Di Donato, some Italian name. He is like, he's done wonders for me.
He's from New York too, isn't he?
Yeah, upstate. There's a difference though. I give him a little bit. There's a difference, so I give him a little credit. But yeah, he's been doing wonders for me. Helping me on my lower body, just staying mobile, staying loose. That's definitely a plus, training at Jackson's.
So when I first met you, that's actually how I first met you, through the doctor. Tell us a little bit about the session that you went through.
I was getting tuned up. He was loosening me up. He got the WD-40 out, loosening my joints up.
And how'd you feel after that?
I felt amazing. I felt like a new man. You're gonna see it Saturday. Yeah, I'm loose. I'm ready to go. Feel strong.
So take us back to that first day that you stepped inside Jackson Wink in that door, that first couple seconds.
Yeah.
Tell us about what your thought.
Okay.
Tell us about your thought pattern. How about that?
The very first time I trained at Jackson's, I got really sick, because if you ever go to Jackson's, you go to Albuquerque, be wary of the altitude. Because I'm from sea level, Long Island. When I first trained at Jackson's, I just wasn't used to altitude, so you probably will throw up after your first practice. And then after that, I would just do cardio every day and you get used to it. I really want to see one day, like when I do a fight back home or like another place sea level, I want to see like the difference, because that's one of the pluses we have here is altitude.
Okay, so for somebody that's never been to Jackson Wing. Yeah. Tell us about the culture. What does Jackson Wink stand for?
Jackson Wink, I would say, like, if anybody's looking to train over there, they have to be humble. They have to leave their ego at the door. You got to also too, you got to care for your training partners, right? Like, you can't be like going hard and having an ego and trying to knock people out and stuff like that. You gotta look after your teammates, and your teammates will look after you. We're a family over at Jackson's. That's one thing. That's a real thing I like about what we got over there.
And what's the biggest thing that you've learned being at Jackson's, being a fighter?
Biggest thing, just working with Coach Alex. I would say just technique. I've been really like breaking down my technique. Lately, like when I spar, I see things. Like my eyes are open. I can see things coming in slow motion. That's just from training with Alex. And also too, we got funny fact, our jiu-jitsu coaches, um, what's his name? Yeah, he has a brother too. It's Gary, and then he has a brother, Harry St. Ledger.
Gary and Harry?
Yeah, Gary and Harry, they're twins. I know them both from back home in New York. I used to train with them at Henzo's. Their jiu-jitsu game is the best. So they're the judo Olympia, yeah, they're judo masters. So if you go down Jackson's and you train jiu-jitsu with them, you're gonna learn so much. So we got striking, we got jiu-jitsu. Yeah, come on down.
So for people that have never stepped into Jackson Wink or they want to, what are the 3 core principles they must have to become successful at Jackson Wink before even walking in the door?
Be humble, check your ego in at the door, have an open mind, and then just treat your teammates good, and they'll treat you good. Remember, it's family first. You know, everybody's family over here, so we look after each other.
Okay. Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about elevation training and how important it is to be a professional fighter and how it's influenced your game.
Elevation, it just pushes that cardio. There's been sessions I had when I first moved here that made me puke. Like, you know, this elevation is the real deal. You can even, New Mexico is perfect too, because like in Albuquerque, you can go to the mountains, you can go train up there, and then really get that elevation training.
Okay. Now, as far as hydration, how different is the hydration out here versus living in New York? Being at elevation.
You know, I don't really feel like a big difference with that, like, because I always stay hydrated. I drink a gallon and a half every day. You know, I always eat clean, so I never really felt like a difference with that.
How about nutrition? How much have your nutrition changed being out here? Because Alex, I know, tweaks a lot of nutrition for his people.
You know, yeah, me and Alex, though, we're way different. Like, I do more like, I don't know, I do kind of more like a bodybuilder kind of approach. Like, you know, I count my macros and stuff like that. Him, it's like he'll like, he'll juice and do all this stuff. He'll eat like a lot of veggies. Like, I don't know, we're a little different. You know, I like protein. Like, you know, I gotta have that.
Okay. So, what's your fighting philosophy? What are you known for? Like, what's your classic move?
I hit hard. You know, I got a big right hand. I got a good left hook. If people see like my old fights, I'm a pretty fast starter. I like to go out there and be aggressive. I'm also, you know, sometimes too, I'll sit back and counter. You know, like I have good eyes, so I can see a punch coming and react at the right time and come right back. So that's always good. You know.
Okay. And what's your current stats for being fighting?
I've had 10 competitions. I've had fights that don't count on my record because MMA was illegal in New York when I had some of these amateur fights. But what is it? If you like check on the internet, I think I'm 5-2.
Okay.
I definitely have more fights than that though. I've definitely won more than that. But
so your 5-2 record, how many knockouts?
No knockouts, but I've dazed people. You know,
okay.
Yeah, I've dazed them.
So you go to distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you want to close upon? Anything you want to say about Jackson and how it's influenced your, like, for example, you got to Jackson how long ago?
A year and a half, 2 years.
So what's the biggest thing you've learned at Jackson?
You know, Jackson, it's just like a special place. They have like everything I need. That's like the biggest thing
They have the nutritionists, they have the physios.
They have the physical therapy, they have nutrition, they have all the coaching I need. They have all the resources I need. Yeah. Okay. And the people there too, like we're like a family. There's like a group chat on Facebook. Like if I ever have a question, I'll just ask a teammate and they'll give me the answer right away.
And one last thing, what's your social media, and if you're open to sponsorship, what's your email address?
Definitely, I'm open to sponsors. Hit me up.